Skibbity boop ba up, jibbity boop ba up, ba ba the Panhandlers
Podcast
2.0. That's right. Hey, we're back, everybody.
It's been a long time, Pete.
A 3-year hiatus.
Has it really been 3 years?
Adam is very, what's the word you'd say? Like, very, you want to be precise with your podcast. So you've been planning for 3 years. But then, he got so mad he threw all his stuff out, so he's starting fresh today with nothing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You wanted a perfect podcast, remember? And now you
yes, I have been planning for 3 years about a perfect podcast, and in that 3 years, this is what I get.
And then you just quit, which I really respect.
I didn't quit. I got hung up on other things.
That's true, like ladies, mostly ladies. You know that term, hung up on the ladies. That's Adam.
Hung over on them, maybe.
You got drunk?
On love.
All right, we have
I had the hangover afterwards.
We have a lot of great stuff today. I've heard by the way, I'm Pete and that's Adam. We have a lot of people coming in, maybe Josh, Tony, and Charles, maybe?
Maybe Charles.
We'll see.
He's always a wild card in my book. And Pete, I think we should remind people, for those who haven't listened to us in a long time, we are the Panhandlers, and this is our podcast.
Yes.
Here's
the members of the Panhandlers. You want to hear them?
No.
Adam is our leader.
I wouldn't say leader.
Then you have me, Josh McDonald, Chris, Whitty, Joey. It's a strong list. A few of them haven't been around for 5 years, but
I haven't seen a couple of them in 5 years.
That's okay because they listen to the podcast.
But we're always open to new members.
That's how they get involved, is they listen to the podcast, and we really have to appreciate that.
We want to thank our old listeners for returning, and thank you to any new listeners. Hannah, our number one fan.
Is Hannah listening? Hey, Hannah.
Oh, she will be listening.
Don't be bashful laughing like that, Hannah. I see you right now. You don't have to do that. But we have a lot of great stuff today, and by a lot of great stuff, I mean not really, but it could be fun.
Those webcam girls you have on the screen are really off-putting.
Hey, man, we're not supposed to talk about what's on the screen right now.
You are paying by the minute, remember that.
And it's nice for you to call those guys girls. But those guys have to make a living, and I try to help them out. You know what I mean?
I thought about doing that.
Being a webcam guy?
Yeah.
I would watch.
Would you pay? That's how I'd make it. Well,
once you went private.
It's not quite the same as with when the ladies are on there.
I'd have to ask.
I thought if I was good enough looking, I thought I could stay at home.
I'd have to ask.
And just sit in front of my computer and let most of them, I'm sure most of them would be guys.
I
wouldn't have to see them, and then they'd pay me money.
I think you've thought this out more than you should have.
I got a lot of time on my hands.
I was going to say, we ask our friend Whitty how it works when they go private. He probably has it all down.
This is, again, Pete is the planner. Has everything planned.
I got the plans.
And I, after 3 years of thinking all the stuff we could do on our podcast, have not really taken the time to care about writing it down. Thinking, I'll remember this when the time comes. And I don't.
I just thought of something before Josh gets on. I'll tell you these 2 embarrassing stories first.
Well, you can't tell 2 at one time because then it sort of defeats the purpose.
No, because they happen pretty close to each other. And they're the same thing, just embarrassing moments for me. All right, first one. I have a rabbit. I used to have a dog. He passed away. It's sad. Now all I have is a rabbit, right? So I get up in the morning and I like to get the mail and the paper. That's normal. So
what are you, a 50s TV dad?
I fed him and then I'm like, hey, you look like you wanted to get some fresh air. So I picked him up and I started to take him outside to get the mail and paper, which is kind of odd, right? But not a big deal if no one's looking. That's what I thought. This whole high school track team of girls literally was going by my mailbox right when I got there with this rabbit in my hand, and they were all laughing.
That's not so. What were you wearing?
Just a shirt and shorts.
Oh, okay.
Nothing too bad.
You weren't wearing a robe or?
No, but there's a rabbit in my hand. It's pretty odd.
That's not that. I was expecting something. I was laughing before I heard the whole story. And then I feel stupid for laughing over that story now.
Why? That's funny. Can you imagine that happening to you?
I've had worse happen to me.
I know. Well,
I would think it'd be funny.
I'm just giving you current events that happened last week.
How old were these girls again?
I don't know. High school girls.
You shouldn't be embarrassed for them. They're supposed to be embarrassed in front of you.
Great point. point. The other one happened later that same day. I went to the movies, saw a film. Apparently, I bent forward to pick something off the floor, right? And this guy was there, and he's like, "Yo, man, you wearing tighty whities?" I said, "Yes, I am, sir." And he said, "Man, I thought only Walter White wore tighty whities these days." And I'm like, "Well, say my name, Heisenberg." And he was like, "No, no." And then it was just awkward. Like, and it was awkward for a few reasons. Number one, he's like looking at my butt. Isn't that weird? Number two, I was wearing tighty whities.
That's the worst part of that whole story.
And they were showing.
Is you're an adult man.
Well, I think they're fine. My whole family wears those. That's just
your whole family.
That's just how it is.
The three of you.
Exactly. All the males I know in my life, in my family, that's just how
I don't know how you wear those. Those are not comfortable.
I didn't say they were.
But yet you still wear them.
I was thinking of switching.
I stopped wearing them when I was like 14.
The conversation with that guy did not end there, by the way. He was explaining to me how boxer briefs are the way to go these days. Not boxers, not briefs, but boxer briefs.
Wow, what was
his
reasoning?
I don't know. He said that's what you do. So I was like, "Sir, I'm easily told what to do.
How old is this
I will
man?
listen." I don't know, 40, I don't know, 30, 40, I don't know. Anyway, he was looking at my
There's
butt.
a big difference between 30 and 40.
I'd say 35 then. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so now I'm going to switch to boxer
that's even worse
briefs.
because I was thinking it was like a 60-year-old man. So you could go, okay, he just sort of,
No, he was younger.
But no, it's like a guy that's a little older than me.
And he was laughing pretty hard.
That is hilarious. I would not call you out on that.
He did.
But I would be like, ew.
One more thing. I mean, this is not a big deal, but the ones I get, they're all different colors, you know? But just so happened that day I was wearing the white ones. I think if they weren't white, that he wouldn't have noticed, but not a big deal. All right, I'm going to try to get Josh on the phone right now. Hold on.
I thought you were trying that already when I was talking.
Yeah, but then I thought those two great stories that you said aren't great. But they were great, folks. I know you appreciate them. And if not,
I feel cheated.
Leave a comment. All right, Adam, you tell a story then. Here we go. Everyone? Adam's got a one. More embarrassing and more funny.
Recently?
Well, you said you've had more.
Yeah, but maybe not recently. Because now, see, here's the thing. Nowadays,
if that's what's happened to me recently, I can't help it. That's just what it is.
I don't really care too much about. I don't get embarrassed that much.
Yeah.
Like I used to when I was a kid. I don't know if it's because I'm older or I got embarrassed so much as a kid, younger, that I just don't care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I can pick one specific point in my life where I sort of totally changed. When I'm like, you know what? I don't really get embarrassed in a sense.
Yeah.
Because you can't get any more embarrassed than this. I may have told you this story, Pete. I'm not sure. But
you're telling a story now?
Yes, I have a I'll tell you. This is how a story goes.
All right.
All right.
Maybe I'm a better listener than a storyteller. We'll see.
Think of a 10-year-old Adam.
All right. I like it already.
All right. So, what grade are you in that? Like 5th grade? I think
10-year-old?
10-year-old?
Yeah.
5th? 10 or 11. I was in 5th grade.
6th.
My school took us. This is when I was living overseas in Germany, so I was going to this military school. Not military school. It was when all the military kids go.
All right.
So they took us down the street to this indoor water park kind of thing. It's mainly just a pool, and they had indoor outdoor pool and a slide. Because they were going to teach us how to. We were going to do like a 7-week swimming lesson kind of thing.
All right.
But this was the first time. It's more just for us to go have fun. So I'm not one for like pools much anyway. So I would just swim in the bottom. But everybody wanted to go on the big slide. And they're like, come on, Adam, let's go on the slide. Let's go on the slide. I'm like, nah, I don't want to go on the slide. And finally, they talked me into it, right? So I get up there. We have to wait in line because everybody's going on it. So I get up there. And all I see are people jumping in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of, this might be fun. So I get up there, and the teacher's standing there making sure. And all of a sudden, I jump in. Clang. I didn't know there was a pole, like a bar on the top that you swing on.
That's funny.
Smash me. No, I literally hit that thing, right? I even hear the clang. I fall down on my back. I kind of slide down and I get up. I sort of sit up, and I feel my head.
Mm-hmm.
Huge old knot right in the middle, like right away. I'm like, oh no. So and plus I can't slide down that stupid slide because you got like lean on your back, kind of. So I'm trying to push myself in. So I finally get to the outside, out. And I get in and I go, I'm thinking to myself, maybe nobody will know. So I get to hit the pool. I'm thinking, oh man, maybe I don't have to tell anybody. Because of course I'm more worried about having to go tell the teachers and stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, not me thinking that there's a teacher actually saw me smash my head open. And I get to the bottom. My friend who went before me looks around like, Adam, what happened? So I end up.
Josh is here.
Hey, I'm in the middle of the story, Josh. You'll just have to wait till I'm finished.
Sorry about that.
Don't be so rude to interrupt me with your laughter.
Sorry, it was a funny part of the story. I apologize.
It really was.
So all the teachers come running down to me, right? And I don't really remember what happens after that, except that they took me to the side and I had to lay down. They had me laying out like the bench with a big ice pack on my head, waiting for my mother to come get me. And I do remember there, like, some girls come by and go, Adam, we heard you got hurt. I'm like, yeah. And they say, can we see? So I lift the ice away, and I just see their faces cringe together simultaneously, like, ugh.
All right, that was an embarrassing story.
But wait, it's not over yet.
It's not over?
No, that's not. That's just partly embarrassing. So
the embarrassing part of how long it is? Is that one of the embarrassing parts? I'm just asking that.
Josh, just remember, we're in charge here, and I have the power to totally erase you from all existence on this podcast.
Josh just hangs up.
Understood.
I'm almost done. Pete wanted me to tell a long story.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say long.
Okay.
I said embarrassing.
I didn't mean it to be long, but you said I'm going to try to find. This is much longer than I ever anticipated.
It's okay.
So quickly, but think about, I get big, huge bruise right in the middle of my forehead, and all the blood from that bruise like pours down to your eyes. So I had 2 black eyes like a football player, put that black, and a big black knot right in the middle of the head for 3 months.
Good Lord.
So think about people staring at you for 3 months.
All right, that was pretty embarrassing.
So maybe that's why I'm not embarrassed much anymore.
How you doing, Josh?
I got an embarrassing story myself. It happened
Being
today.
alive?
I'll listen to it.
Yeah, it's not as long, but I think it's pretty good, Adam.
All right.
Today I was making myself some coffee, right? And you put your coffee grinds in the coffee maker. You put the grinds in there, and then you put the water in, and you're making your coffee, and it's coming out, and it's dripping.
Yeah.
And then, normally you pour that in a cup, right? And you put a little bit of sugar in there if you're like me, maybe a little cream. I like cream more than sugar. I put the cream in there, and but I've been drinking iced coffee so much lately. I'm just thinking, oh, the smell of coffee. So I just chug a whole cup of coffee. A whole cup of hot coffee. I didn't realize till right at the end that it was scalding the inside of my throat.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so, hurt us. I don't know if there's any permanent damage.
Like this.
Yeah.
Is that also why you sound like an old Jewish grandpa?
No. That's just my neighbor. I've been hanging out with him a lot lately, and it rubs off.
That's what happens. Off on you. That's what New York does to you, I guess.
Josh,
well, it's weird because I have these. I don't know what you guys.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I'm sorry. It's harder for me to hear because I'm on the phone. Am I not supposed to tell him I'm on the phone or what?
No, you can.
Everybody can tell you're on the phone.
Okay, yeah. Well, so I have these honey cough drops in front of me. I've been debating on whether to use them because honey cough drops just aren't something I'm used to. What do you guys think? You guys think I should give them a shot?
Yes,
I think they work.
It.
I've had them.
Why not? That's what I say.
I don't know. I'll try one. Hold on.
What if your throat really is burned and that medicine will make it more burned? I don't know.
Well, let me open one of these up.
Let's give it a go.
Let's give it a try.
That's what I would do.
Oh, you think I should maybe sip some water after?
Yes.
No, you gotta let the honey soothe your throat. Can't wash it down with water.
You know what? Adam might be right on that one. And this is great material.
Let me put this thing in my mouth.
Okay.
Don't say it. I'm okay.
All right. I think it worked. I think it is. I can already feel some soothing.
You sound
action going on. Do I sound any better?
Yeah, I think so. But
that's cool.
Listen to this, Josh. I told 2 stories that I thought were embarrassing, and Adam said they weren't at all. Can I tell them to you real fast?
Yeah, sure.
All right. First of all, I have a pet rabbit. Okay.
That's embarrassing. You that's the story, you got it.
That's about as far as the story goes.
Okay, so you know, people like Paris Hilton or somebody will walk around with their dog in their hand or whatever. People like that, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So
Or in their purse, like Pete does.
So I was giving him his food, and I was like, you know what? You need some fresh air to go outside. So I thought I'll go get the paper and mail and just carry him with me, right? No big deal. Nobody's around. That's what I thought. And then once I got right next to my mailbox, this whole group of high school girls, like I don't know if it's the track team or whatever, just were running right by me, and they all were laughing with me standing in the middle of the driveway with a rabbit in my hand. I thought it was pretty embarrassing.
That's one of the best stories I've ever heard about the planet Earth.
I think you're giving him too much credit. I don't find that story all that embarrassing.
If you were there, that's really embarrassing.
Listen, Adam, you've never been caught with your rabbit in your hand.
It's true, I have.
That's a good point.
So,
And the other story...
Now, this one I do find embarrassing.
I was at the movie theater last week, and I reached down to pick something up, all right? And this other guy...
Wait.
Yeah?
There's a hairy palms joke back there. I just wanted to add. Anyway, go ahead.
Wait, say it.
Hair on your palms. That's all I'm saying. There was a hair on your palms. It's a rabbit. Anyway, it's like a 1940s stupid joke. Anyway, continue.
I got it.
Movie theater. I'm sorry.
Rabbits are called hares. Yeah, I thought it was a good joke. I actually enjoyed it. Okay, so I reached down and picked something up at the movie theater. I think like a 3D glasses wrapper. You know, I don't want it on the ground, so I put it in the thing. Anyway, this guy's like, "Yo, man, are you wearing tighty whities?" And I was like, yeah. He's like, "Nobody wears tighty whities but Walter White these days." And I'm like, "Say my name, Heisenberg." Because I was kind of awkward. He's like, "No, I won't say your name." And then it was just really awkward.
That is one of the funniest things I've ever heard. That is great.
I find that embarrassing. Yeah. I'd rather have the rabbit problem.
Yeah, it was bad. And then he was telling
me. You wear a tighty whitey. I like how you obviously make him black.
I didn't say he was.
Josh, when Pete told me that joke, that story, I also pictured him to be an African American gentleman.
He was, but there was no need for me to say that.
Oh, we'll see, but you mentioned it without saying it.
You might as well have said "mammy" if you're gonna make it like, or just start reciting the lyrics to a rap song. I don't know. That's pretty offensive.
It was his actual voice, though. It was a good impression.
Then you know you're just being truthful. Then you're being honest.
Josh, do you wear boxer briefs?
I have a pair of boxer briefs that I wear. I've had about 3 years. No, I'm just kidding.
This guy told me that no one wears boxers or briefs anymore. It's boxer briefs. Is that true?
That's not true. People still do wear boxers.
Okay. Not briefs.
I wear boxer briefs. I have a pair, but I have boxers too.
So boxers are still a thing. Briefs are
not. I haven't worn tighty whities since they had Batman on it, and I was 3 years old.
They're uncomfortable, right? That's what I think. They squish your nuts. I don't care what anybody says.
Listen, though, I could see how if someone was used to them, they wouldn't want to change because they really give your balls a squeezing. You know what I'm saying? They really keep them. Here's the thing, Pete's balls. Can I talk about this? We're not on actual airwaves.
No, this is an open forum.
It'll be on the internet though.
So no one will hear this. Good. My balls probably look terrible compared to Pete's. I have a feeling Pete's balls are really nice and really up there, just attached, real nice and snug. Mine are I almost sit on mine every time I go to the bathroom, and that's the truth. That's not an exaggeration. But I started wearing boxers early. I'm not trying to be gross, but it's true. It's a fear that I have, and I know it's going to happen one day. I'm going to set up. I'm going to cry. I know it.
I still think I want to try the boxer briefs, like the guy said. I want to be fit into 2015, but I don't know.
You should get some boxer briefs, Pete, because here's the thing. They are really, really comfortable. I got some for, this is weird, my dad bought me some for Christmas, so it's he's cooler than me.
Here you go, son.
And no, it's actually even weirder. I actually asked for them. I was like, Dad, give me a pair of boxer briefs. And he was just like, sure, son. We actually got them from, I think they're Aeropostale or whatever the name of that store is. I never shop at places like that, but
all right, Josh, you have anything you want to say or anything going on in your life you want to talk about?
Well, I want to say this, and this is not, you guys are going to be like, oh, this is a weird topic coming from Josh.
Josh is in New York City right now, by the way.
But I was about to go on a show last night, and before I went to the show, I was in around Greenwich Village in New York, and I was you're about to perform, but I went to this bar with another comedian friend of mine to watch the All-Star game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you saw at the beginning when that guy hit that homer almost right away, right?
Yeah, Mike Trout first to use the leadoff batter first.
Yeah,
in a long
great.
time.
And then I don't know if it was before that or after that. I think it might have been before when they showed Pete Holmes. Sorry, my apologies. Pete Rose, obviously Pete Rose, not Pete Holmes, the comedian.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pete Rose.
Yeah, because it was in Cincinnati.
I get really upset that there's still rules about that. Like, it bothers me that, like, just because the guy that his records don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Are you still there?
Yes. Was somebody calling you or something?
Yeah, my friend Henry. You guys know him. Was calling.
He's a good guy. Oh, Henry's part of the Panhandlers too. I forgot.
Was it cutting off my voice and stuff? I'm sorry.
Maybe you can just hang up and see what he wants. Maybe it's important.
No, it's not important. But I'm going to call him back after this. But
what a good friend.
All I'm saying is Pete Rose was a good player, and he should get. I see a sadness in his eyes, and he still comes to things like that, and like. If it were me, I totally wouldn't. You know, I would refuse if people were going to treat me like that. You know what I mean? Like, I know that he broke.
Yesterday was a special thing because he actually doesn't go to those things anymore. So it being in Cincinnati, they invited him back. So it's kind of starting to bridge their gap they've had for a long time.
That's what I heard from my friend up here, Patrick. He's like you. He's a big Yankees fan.
Good man.
He's a Jets fan too.
Wow.
So I didn't think I could be best friends with two saps, you know?
I think what Pete Rose did is less worse by far than taking PEDs and all that. That seems to me more cheating than what he did.
Listen, I honestly believe this, and comedians have touched on this tons of times, but I think that they should all be juicing. I think that they should be like gladiators. Like, I think they should be huge, and we should watch it and just be in awe as they, like, hit it out of fucking Fenway Park and stuff.
Yeah.
Just, like, knocking it out of parks. Just, like I think they should be huge. They should look like wrestlers, and that's what baseball, I would watch baseball if it looked like that. If they're just breaking bats after they hit home runs, that would be watchable and fun to me. Now, everyone else, like, wants a tradition or whatever. I want them all to be jacked.
He wants Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa back, and so do I. Let's make it happen, America.
Barry Bonds, too, man. Throw Barry Bonds in there, sure.
You're right. Barry Bonds, 73 home runs. He has the record. No one gives him credit. Josh gives him credit. He thinks...
Yeah, you know why I give him credit? Because
he hit him?
Athletes, listen, and I've been thinking about this lately, and I'll go. I know you guys are doing your own thing, and I'm doing my weird stuff on here, but...
How's it weird? It's good.
Listen, people get all mad at porn stars, right?
Say what? Who does what?
People get mad about porn stars. They degrade them. They think they're like, because they're like, oh, they do that to their bodies.
Yeah.
But I look at sports the same way. Like, they do that for your entertainment, for their bodies. But since they're men, no one really talks about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's the whole point of sports and porn. Ruin your bodies for me. That's what I want. Like, that's what I want out of people. I want people just to destroy themselves for all of our entertainment. Like, that's America to me. And that's, I think, but like, you know what is just as exciting as the World Series?
What?
A lady taking it in 3 holes. You can bleep this out if you want, but I'm just putting that in there. It's just as exciting to me.
I don't think it's as exciting for as long as the World Series.
That's true. It's not so much a series. It's like it's a single incident.
It's not a series or a marathon. It's literally like a.
Pretty much, Josh is saying we need to liven up the Major League Baseball, and I agree. Let's do
this.
I
do feel like yeah. Football's still entertaining because they're all criminals. You know what I'm saying? Like, but baseball's not. They're sneakier. They're like the older siblings who can get away with more than the or maybe it's the baby in some people's family. I don't know what I'm saying. You guys, I bet you didn't think I'd bring up sports, but I bet you if you did think I'd bring up sports, I would also bring up pornography.
The two go together for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, actually.
For me, they really do go together. I want the porn stars to be roiding up too. You know, just.
Some of them are.
The females, I'd rather not. I don't like masculine-looking women. That's just not me.
Josh gets a good workout every time he watches porn, so I can see why the two are the same.
I get it. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
It's actually lately. It's true. Like my wrist has I think I got carpal tunnel, and I think it's strictly just from that, and that's shameful.
You gotta go for it.
But anyway, I love you guys, and thanks for having me on your podcast, or our podcast. I guess I could say our.
It's our podcast.
It is our. Yes. If you were here, I wouldn't be here, and you could just do it.
I'm sure. I feel bad that if I was up there, you wouldn't even have to even talk to Adam.
I know exactly.
Yeah, because you guys want to invite
it's a huge disservice. No. He's saying he'd come here for you.
Oh.
What a great friend Josh is, don't you?
Well,
know?
I'm going to be up there sometime in, I think, August. And if I have, it's just going to be for the weekend, but maybe Friday night or something we could hang out or sometime.
You heard that, folks. Josh will be on the podcast in studio sometime soon.
That was a commitment. But,
exactly. He swore.
He'll pencil us in, Pete. He'll pencil us in.
The guy's busy.
It's under contract now, but
that's it. Your word is your bond.
What? What'd you say?
Your word is your bond. That's
yeah, exactly. I'm Barry Bond. Anyway,
if a man is not good for his word, he's good for nothing.
Listen,
I'm just saying, Josh will be here, guys.
I don't need this. I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. Thank you, Josh, and we'll talk to you later.
I love you too, Josh.
No problem. Love you guys. Yeah, take care. If you guys be good.
All right, have a good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye, Josh. Josh, what a great guy.
We love Josh.
All right, now back to your story. I'm just kidding. Josh talked a long time. I don't know. He didn't really say much, but everything he said, I found good. What about you,
Everything
Adam?
he says is gold.
What have you seen this summer that we can talk about? I have so much stuff to talk about. And you know what? Already 27 minutes has gone by. It's tough. And most of podcast talk is nothing, So anyone listening has to just listen to nothing most of the time. But I have good stuff. We're just not going to get to it.
Sure we are.
Sorry, guys, if you're listening. I'm having fun. How about you?
I'm always having fun.
Adam, stop giving me the middle finger. It's rude.
Fuck you, I'm out.
All right, here's what I'm going to talk about first. Movie reviews real fast. Get Hard with Will Ferrell.
Now, wait. Are there going to be spoiler alerts? Because I haven't seen it. Okay.
Here's a spoiler. Don't watch it. It's awful.
Is it really?
Get Hard with
Will Ferrell's fun.
Kevin Hart, right? That's his name?
Yes.
And Will Ferrell. One of the laziest, worst comedies I've ever seen in my life. Just downright terrible.
Is it really?
Yeah, if I could give it a grade, it'd be F-. And that's sad because it's two pretty funny guys.
What's so bad about it?
Everything. It's so predictable. It's so lazy. It's not funny.
Is it?
So many prison rape jokes. That's not funny, man. You got to do something better than that. Just awful. You don't want any spoilers, but there isn't any. But Will Ferrell basically has to go to prison. That's this premise. I
know
right?
that.
And he wants to get hard, which has two different meanings, and that's awful. It's just stupid. I don't like it.
It's not even worth a rent, like a free,
I did
like
rent
a freeview.
I did rent it, and that's the problem.
But see, you rent it the expensive way. You don't rent it the cheap way.
I would not spend $1 on it,
Really?
whatever you would pay. No, it's very bad.
What about if you hit it like a free movie ticket?
Did you see Ride Along?
No.
Ride Along got a lot of bad reviews. Okay, it's not a good movie. It's way better than Get Hard. Not even debatable. It's just a really bad film. All right, let's talk about some other films real fast. But you said you saw The Avengers, right?
I've seen. Now, what do you consider the summer? Like May?
Avengers starts it.
I saw The Avengers.
Ultron. We can talk about Mad Max for 2 hours.
I saw The
It's
Avengers, and I've seen Mad Max, and I think that's
it.
I haven't had time to go to the movies recently.
Okay,
you know me, I go to movies all the time.
The Avengers, Age of Ultron looks fantastic when I saw the trailer. Then I saw the film. Very good. Very high quality film. What did you think?
It was good. I liked it. However, I did like the first one better.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Not because
Loki's a better bad guy.
That, and I know I got a lot of after I saw the film. I might have been talking to you, Pete, and you yelled at me over this.
I don't yell.
Or the way you yell is like yelling but not yelling.
I'm gonna get hard, man.
Why?
Man, I hate that movie. Get Hard. Awful.
For those of you who have not seen it, I won't spoil anything. But there's
Age
a
of
lot
Ultron?
which probably everybody has seen. There's a lot of characters in it.
Yeah.
Right. And there's a couple of them who I think could have used more explanation to their character as to why they were in there, if that makes sense.
Like who?
Like the Vision.
Okay,
He seems to be
well,
like
he's gonna probably set up the future.
I know, but he seems to be the most powerful superhero ever.
Yeah, he really does.
But yeah, he only had like a little piece in the movie.
That's not spoiling anything, because no one knows what we're saying. No one knows what that means. So if you haven't seen it,
but it's sort of like, if he's that big of a character, shouldn't he have had a bigger part in the movie, or at least a more background to him?
I was thinking, how about that Scarlet Witch? She's a witch, all right.
She was cool.
What a witch. Okay, Mad Max Fury Road.
Now
I've seen way more movies than Adam this summer, by the way.
Which is
I've seen
weird.
Jurassic World.
Oh, and also, Pete has not invited me to any movies he's going to see.
Jurassic World, Terminator not Salvation, what's it called? Genesis.
I want to see that.
And Ted 2.
You saw Ted 2?
Yeah, sorry.
Why'd you go see Ted? You hated the first one.
I had a free ticket, and guess what? I hated the second one more than the first one. So, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that.
Why didn't you invite me?
It's not fair.
You can say, Adam, I'm going to go see Ted 2. You want to come? I said, sure.
Honestly, I had a free ticket, and I had to wait for my car to get fixed. And, by the way,
Pete saw Terminator without me. Ted 2 without me.
That's a quick story. I got a new car, and then one day when I pulled into the parking lot, it was filled with yellow paint. I had run over the lines.
It was just the bottom of your car, though.
Yeah, but it was bad. And but the people at Toyota, that's the kind of car I have, they really fixed it quick, and I'm really happy with it.
Was it for free?
But anyway, I had to wait. No, it wasn't. But that's okay. But I had it because it was my fault, they said. But it wasn't. The fault was that there was no signs.
Painted the road.
There was no signs. I'm telling you. But they said, if you want to take it up with West Virginia roads, that'd be a waste of time. I said, okay. So I won't. But anyway, what was it? Oh, yeah, I had to wait for it, and I saw Ted 2, and it was awful. Okay.
What's so bad?
I guess
What's worse, that or Get Hard?
Get Hard. I hate that movie. Gosh, I just hate
Ted 2 looked funny. However,
I hate laziness. I just hate it. It's
I didn't get to see
a very lazy film.
And you didn't tell me you were going to see Terminator. I want to see that. Which you said. What'd you give that?
It's hard to say.
You said it's good, not great.
As a standalone movie, I liked it. As a sequel to T2, it's awful.
Is it supposed to be a sequel to T2?
Yes.
I thought it wasn't.
It is. It just kind of ruins everything that they built. But you'll see. Don't worry about it.
That's if I get to go.
I will see the sequel, if there is one. I think it made enough money.
What about Jurassic World? How's that?
Love Jurassic World.
I heard that's good too, but I haven't seen that either.
Yes, great film. Back to Mad Max Fury Road, though.
Amazing.
I don't know if it's probably not out anymore, I guess. But
I think it's still, maybe not around here.
Honestly, I've never been to a film where I was more surprised and satisfied than Mad Max Fury Road. I had not seen the first three with Mel Gibson, so I knew nothing about it. And I didn't know. I just knew that Adam and a few of my friends, I think Hannah and Corey, saw it, right?
Yeah,
and
we all went.
The
three, us three and our friend Alex went to see it.
I took your advice that it was good.
It was amazing.
And for once, Adam was right. It was. I'm just kidding.
I found it better than, I found it more enjoyable more satisfying, enjoyable than the Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yes, yeah, by far, because of its originality. You'll never see. It's a movie, 2 straight hours, just nonstop action on the road. Yet it makes sense.
There's nothing,
and it makes you emotional at the end, which you won't be able to explain to yourself, but it happens.
There's nothing
or maybe I'm a sap.
complicated about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yet you get for some reason engrossed in the whole film, and you're just like, this is awesome.
But yeah, Mad Max, a great film. Now with us we have Big Tony Russell from Maryland, play-by-play commentator of the Northwood Gladiators. Tony, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Pete. Everybody, West Virginia. Hey, everybody. I think you have a co-host. You have another co-host there.
Yes,
hey,
Adam.
Hello.
It's Adam.
And welcome.
You know Adam.
You've met Adam before.
Yes, sir. Adam. Yes. Hello, you guys.
All right, have you seen?
I'm glad I'm so memorable.
Have you seen any movies lately?
Yes, I've seen some good ones.
Let's hear about your reviews of some.
I have not seen Mad Max yet, but I heard some good reviews.
Hang up right now.
I told you to go see it, and you let me down. Just kidding. Tony's seen Jurassic World. He's seen Ted 2.
Excellent movie.
Right? Tony,
which one?
Tell us your thoughts about Ted 2.
Excellent movie. Better than the first one.
See?
Why?
I knew somebody would like it.
Tell us why. Don't give any spoilers, though, but tell us your thoughts.
Great movie. It's an easy thought. And Seth MacFarlane, great job on it, and it was better than the first one. That's it.
Everyone says he's a closeted homosexual. What's your thoughts on that?
Who says that?
Me.
They're just mad they didn't think of the idea.
Hey, that's true.
I don't know.
Hey, do some Family Guy impressions real fast. Here's my Stewie Griffin. Want to hear it? Hey, I'm Stewie.
That sounds like
I'm not good at it. Tony's really good at Peter Griffin. Hit it, Tony. That was a great impression. Yeah, Jurassic World was great. Adam hasn't seen it yet, so we can't spoil it for him.
Don't spoil it for me.
It was a very fun film. I love Chris Pratt. I love Bryce Dallas Howard. She is gorgeous. What do you think of her, Tony?
Oh, gorgeous indeed. Gorgeous indeed. The movie was fantastic. I loved it.
I agree.
I keep thinking Bryce Dallas Howard was Jessica Chastain.
Oh, I love Jessica Chastain. She's my favorite.
They look the same. Or at least in that movie, I couldn't tell the hair and all that.
Yeah, I could see where you think that.
So I thought, oh, Jessica Chastain, I like that. And then I heard Bryce Dallas Howard. I was like, eh.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh, Tony, hold on. Listen to this real fast.
I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
Tony, what's your thoughts on Suicide Squad?
I am so excited that in a year cannot go any faster. I love football. I love Super Bowl 50, but I want Super Bowl 51. Oh, man.
This guy wants the Suicide Squad to get here. That was an exclusive Comic-Con trailer.
Yes.
The first time you see Jared Leto as Joker, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Tony, give us your thoughts on this film.
Well, when I was
Don't be explicit, by the way. I know you.
Wait, no, come on, man. No, hold on.
Yeah.
Sometime back when I was 8 or 9, there was a great show, Batman the Animated Series, one of my favorites as a kid and today. I'm not gonna lie.
Good
today,
show.
The best, indeed. I made a promise to myself, or not a promise, but a thought to myself. No matter how it's portrayed or whatever, I always wanted to see a live-action film with the Joker and Harley Quinn. Well, fans like me who think like me, we get to see that a year from August 5th, and I'm grateful for it. Whether it's the great movie or it has whatever plot points, whatever, I don't care. I'm excited and I'm going to love it. I can't wait.
I love it too.
Tony, I have a question for Tony.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you feel about the casting of each of those characters?
Oh, he loves it.
I love them. I love him so much. I hope Jared Leto goes with a cycle like
Leto's Pizza.
like our boy. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. He was great.
I love Heath Ledger.
I hope he does a great job, and hope he doesn't think he has to be as good as Heath, because that's just going to throw everybody off. I just hope he does his own thing.
Yeah, that's impossible. Why even try?
And Margot Robbie's beautiful. I loved her in Wolf of Wall Street. And
Tony, I have a real question for you. You love Wolf of Wall Street. How many times have you paused a few of her scenes?
What?
How many times have you paused a few of Margot Robbie's scenes in Wolf of Wall Street? Be honest. And Tony can't breathe right now. Let's move on. Let's move on.
I the question, and I like to move on.
Yeah, exactly. You had that.
Was that
right.
her first
15
real movie?
times.
That was her first big movie, yes, and she was gorgeous in it. Leonardo DiCaprio, lucky guy. Am I right, Tony?
15 times.
All right, there's the answer.
Today.
15 times today. Okay, Tony, what about Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice? What'd you think of that trailer?
Epic. I can't wait to see
Hey,
it.
I'm the phone.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, what about him?
It's going to be interesting to see how he does as Batman. But Henry Cavill, I like the new Wonder Woman. I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Gal Gadot's her name, and she is looking
thank
good
you,
as
thank
well.
you,
Yes.
She looks like she can play the part really, really, really good.
Henry Cavill
I don't understand
is good
what she has to do with that movie.
She's just going to be Wonder Woman.
Now, I have no idea really. I don't really know much about Wonder
The
Woman.
Justice League.
Yeah, it's just going to end up being the Justice. That's why it's called Dawn of Justice. Get it?
I don't know anything about it.
So-
I'll be honest right now, I don't know much about the Justice League. I never read those comics.
Tony, is this funny to you? I was thinking, the movie's called Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice, right? So you know Batman and Superman are going to fight, but it's the dawn of the Justice League, so you know at the end they're going to be like, good fight, old chap, good fight. We're friends now. You know it's going to happen. Yeah. You know it's going to happen.
Exactly.
Well, isn't Aquaman in it too?
Yeah, Aquaman's in it, but he doesn't look like the usual Aquaman.
Everyone
Everyone knows the real Aquaman's Vinny Chase.
Who?
That's an Entourage reference. I'm glad no one got it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have made it, and I apologize.
You go see that Entourage movie?
Tony, you're going to be a part of... I did see that, too. I forgot. I saw Entourage. It was not that great. Tony, we're going to go through the Hot 100 women right now.
But I should point out before we start that we are not objectifying women, are we, Pete?
No way. You can't objectify women. That's rude.
And I do have a problem.
we're just saying our thoughts on them, and then like Adam said, where you thought they looked the best in their life.
Yeah,
I was thinking.
But I always have a problem with these. Not
we don't know
with
the girl-
not with the 100 like hot women, but how they pick these women.
Yeah.
Whoever votes for some of these people, I don't understand because half of them. I'll tell you right now. I don't know the list.
Yeah.
But I almost guarantee half of them I've never heard of.
All right. We'll just do the top 10. Okay.
That's boring because most of the hottest ones are.
100 is so many to do. Tony, what do you
Well,
think?
we don't have to do 100, but
I love and respect women a lot, and I just want to say the list are not needed. All women are beautiful.
Tony doesn't even need
that's
to
how
hear
you do
He
it.
doesn't need to hear it. They're all
But see, my
lovely
problem
ladies.
is that my favorites are always at like number 100
That's true.
and like 90s. So I don't understand.
That I understand what you're saying. That is kind of difficult. All right, Tony.
Okay, let's do this, right? Just read off number 100. Now, wait, this is the Maxim
It's
top 100,
Adria
right?
Arjona. I don't know that. I'll go to the first one I know, which is Nicola Peltz.
Who's that?
She was on. I think Bates Motel. I think she's that one girl.
The girl, the blonde-haired one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
Cute?
her name. Yeah, she is cute. Tony, you don't want to do this. I understand. Tony's so respectful of the ladies. Tony, what do you think about Margot Robbie?
Gorgeous.
What number
Harley
would you
Quinn.
put on 100?
Gonna love it.
On 100 women list, what number would you put her at?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Ooh.
Who's hotter?
Ooh,
who's
that's a good
hotter?
one.
Who's hotter than her?
I want to hear Tony's top 10.
Top 10.
Okay.
Top 10.
I'd like to hear Tony's top
All right,
10.
yeah, I like to hear. Margot Robbie is on this list, by the way. She's at number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27 on the list, Tony. That's way too low. What do you think?
No.
All right, let's hear your top 10.
10.
And before we let you go, we'll talk about Caps hockey because they made some good moves. But Tony, give us your top 10 list here. Off the top of your head, it's fine.
Well, I don't really got one off the bat.
How about this? I'll name the girls and you say if they belong in the top 10. Ready?
All right.
Taylor
let's do it.
Swift.
No.
Wow, she's number 1 on the list.
This is Maxim's list, by the
Tony,
way.
Wow.
Tony just said,
Whoa.
hold on a second, Maxim. You've lost
Whoa.
your mind.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say right now.
Tony, but before our next show, you can make a top 10
He's
list.
stunned. He's so against
I know.
that.
Tony has a lot to say, and then we say that. He's like, I got nothing. All right, number 2, Jennifer Lawrence. What do you think?
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, I agree. She's gorgeous. And she's
funny.
and I was gonna say she's down to earth, it seems
That's
like.
what makes her better.
Sienna,
the personality.
Sienna Miller, I feel like that name's familiar. Who is she?
American
don't know
Sniper,
her.
right?
Oh, from American Sniper. Yeah, she's cute.
I don't know what she looks like, really.
And she's a good actress. Tony, how about Emma Stone?
Yes. Yes.
I can see her.
You don't have to say yes. You could say anything about her. She was great in Superbad.
She's great
She
in
is
everything.
Great in everything.
Great in Birdman. Great in the Spider-Man films.
I have all her movies.
You have all her movies.
Yes,
All right,
that's what
Felicity
I
Jones.
said.
That name doesn't sound familiar either.
Felicity Jones, who's that?
Yeah, this list is tough. I mean,
Who the
again,
hell's that next one?
Amelia Clark's on the list from
Okay, I would say yes.
Game
for
of
that.
Thrones, and she is
That's not top 10, is it?
no. She looks like she missed the top 10.
Who's that?
Next time we have you
Phoebe
on,
who?
Tony, we're gonna make our own top 10 list, okay? Because this list,
Okay, no deal.
this
I-
list,
I will
this
make
list
one.
is
I'll be prepared.
ridiculous.
Who's that? Phoebe who?
Phoebe Tonkin? Don't know that either.
Who is that?
Maybe we just need to watch more TV.
This is a bad bit.
It's not a bit. It's true. Scarlett Johansson, way too low on the list. We love her, right, Tony?
Oh,
Yes.
so what we said Margot Robbie's 27?
Yeah.
Now, you got to read the names above her. This really gets me.
Dakota Johnson
No.
from 50 Shades of Grey, right? I didn't watch that movie. How about you, Tony?
Is he still? You still there, Tony?
Tony
yes.
Tony watched it.
And read the book.
He definitely watched it with that with that
That's
response.
a yes.
Well, the thing is, guys, I saw the movie, and it was a good love story.
You know what? There's nothing more important than love in life. So Tony, he saw it was just as good as Beauty and the Beast, love story wise, and that's what's important. All right, Amber Heard Imogen Poots, by
Now,
the
Amber
way.
Heard, I do not find to be a great actor, but she's pretty.
Yeah, Amber Heard is. Yeah.
She's not.
Imogen Poots, by the way.
Who is that?
That's her name, though. Isn't that funny? Imogen Poots. Is anyone else laughing, or is it me?
I get it now.
Thank you. Tony, are you laughing at that name?
No, it was no. Laughing about the other thing.
He's still thinking.
He's still thinking about 50 Shades of Grey.
I'm sorry, guys.
And he's like,
I'm
I hope
sorry.
my
That was a
parents.
good one, though.
I hope
That was
my
a good
parents
one.
aren't
You
listening
are all
to
big
this.
Tony Russell fans. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did.
Big Tony was definitely enjoying 50 Shades of Grey. It's official, folks. You heard it here first.
See, this is the problem I have with this list. Like, who knows these people?
Teresa Palmer, I think she's cute.
Who's that?
I've heard that name.
You think?
Giselle's like number 90, so yeah, this list
still
is
up
messed up.
What? She's on there at all? Or?
Oh, she married Tom Brady, though, so that brings her down, right, Tony?
Oh, good one, Pete. I got that one.
Thank you.
I don't think that's 100 names on there.
All right, Tony, quickly talk about the additions of T.J. Oshie and Justin Williams to the Capitals. What do you think?
I love them. I miss Bauer. I miss Ward. I miss Green. But
You miss
in
Green?
the world,
Nobody misses
you gotta
Green.
do what you gotta do. Hey.
Well, I don't miss Green either, but Tony's such a great fan. He loves his whole team.
Yes.
Even pieces of crap like Mike Grace. I'm just kidding.
He was not that bad, Pete.
Did you watch Game 7, Tony, against the Rangers? He had like 3 penalties and cost us the
Yes.
game.
And when we win the cup with Justin Williams, all is good. Anyways.
That's true. TJ Oshie, though, going to be on the line with Ovechkin and Backstrom. Wow, I can't wait to go
Oh yes, cannot wait
watch
to
this
see
team
that.
next year. All right, let's go back to that list real fast. Charlie XCX, who is that?
Who?
Tony.
Oh, that's
That's
a
a
singer.
girl in Fancy with Iggy Azalea.
Who?
So you like both of them? Do they belong on the list?
Yes.
Wow, Tony. Oh, Rihanna's Tony's favorite girl. I forgot.
Yes.
I was gonna say with or without the black eyes, but that's bad.
No, that is rude. Victoria.
What?
Nothing. You don't want to hear what he said.
Ew, Victoria Beckham's on there.
Yeah.
Ew.
Posh Spice.
Ew.
Adam, I think. Hey, Tony. Adam can't hear this. I'm thinking he might be gay. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I don't know, you guys.
He can hear.
I don't know anymore.
But we've had a great time here. Tony, thank you so much for taking the call. And hopefully we'll have you on again next week or the next time we do this. Maybe it's every 2 weeks. I'm not sure how the show's going to work.
Definitely, I'll make the list.
But it's a lot of make that list. Top 10. Go from 10 to 1, okay? I think
Top 10 beautiful, gorgeous women.
I think your one's going to be Margot Robbie. I just got a feeling.
Ooh, we'll see. We'll see.
Got a Joker in the house.
Oh, is that what that
That's
was?
my Harley Quinn. That's my Harley
I
Quinn.
thought he was being a monkey then.
No, the Joker, Adam. What? That's my Harley Quinn.
That means my earphone's playing with me.
I thought it was a great Joker. Tony, have a great night. We'll talk to you later.
Bye, Tony.
Thank you, everybody. Go Giants, Caps. See you next time.
You got to love it. Big Tony Russell, play-by-play of the Northwood Gladiators. What a winner.
it's
See you,
great.
Tony.
Our first show back after 3 years is turning into be we got a lot of guests coming on. It's amazing. It's almost like our last show.
I think it's a hit. I'm having a great time. I don't know.
I'm always having a great time.
I'm just hoping that the listeners can make it through the first 5 minutes because that was bad. The
I
start,
told you we could get rid of them.
The start. No, it's good.
It's not good. You just said it was bad.
It's not. No, it's just not as good as like once Josh and Tony came on. I think it livened it up a little more.
Oh, I thought it brought it down.
All right, I want to talk about the only things I have left here. I wanted you to talk about Ash versus the Evil Dead, but you don't want to. I don't think.
What do you mean I don't want to? I could talk about that forever.
All right, go ahead. They had the trailer out. I feel like
Did you watch it? You must have watched the trailer because I reposted it like 10 times.
Yeah, I tried not to, but every time I turn on Facebook, it was just there. It was you.
So for anybody who knows me, I'm a huge Evil Dead fan, Bruce Campbell fan in general, right? And I think for those of us who are, or you want to call Deadites or just fans,
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell does no wrong. For some reason, right? He makes everything better. Even those scenes in Spider-Man movies are probably the best scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
Right? Especially like number 2 when he plays that theater clerk.
Yeah,
it's
that's
hilarious, right? It's hilarious. So when
Wouldn't let Peter Parker in.
yeah, exactly. So when
What was he in the third one? Oh, he's at the
he was
restaurant.
the maitre d'.
Yeah, when he was trying to give him the ring.
Funny.
Give her the ring. My precious.
However, this is we've been waiting for another Evil Dead movie. Everybody's just been thinking it's a movie for what they said. Now, I even find this hard to believe. 22 years it's been since the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember as a kid, my dad brought that video home from the video store because I remember getting those comic books, opening the thing, I see this big, advertisement for Army of Darkness, and it's like all comic, like he's standing there with these ladies and dead things. I'm like, oh, what's this? This looks cool. It was like the funniest movie me and brother ever seen, and we watched it like twice that night.
Great film.
And ever since then, it's sort of like you're sucked in, and sort of changed the way I looked at movies and things I like. So we finally get an Evil Dead TV show, which is, you think, oh, this is amazing. You think it's never going to happen. Finally, it happens. Like the original Ash is back.
Yeah.
And you do think, oh,
working at some other supermarket now.
Yeah. No, it's not a supermarket. It's like a Walmart
you
kind
know
of
what
thing.
I mean, though. Yeah.
You get it right. See, this is what happens when you get it wrong.
This guy's a hardcore fan. You can't blame him for wanting to be
so
specific.
yeah, you do kind of get worried it's not going to be. You're like, I don't know. I hope they don't fuck it up. Even though you have a feeling they won't because of who it's the three original guys doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Trailer came out the other day. Fucking amazing. That's all I can say. Just straight up amazing.
I know this guy's excited. I don't have stars, though. Can I come over to your house?
Well, see, I don't have stars either, but I will get it for that 3 months.
And I'm going to say you're going to get... Oh, maybe I can call like DirecTV and ask for like a 3 months preview.
I don't know how you do it, but I don't know how long it is for. I'm
You
assuming
think it'll get a second
3.
season? Probably.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a one-off.
By the
If
way,
it's-
judging by the trailer, it seems like it has nothing to do with that movie we saw a couple years ago. That girl's not in it?
No,
I thought she would
See,
be.
the Evil Dead remake that they did
Yeah, I liked it.
is not part of this new one.
It should have been.
It's sort of
Unless
like
they're making an Evil Dead 2 with
it's
it.
sort of a remake, but sort of in the same universe, but not the same.
I got you.
We now welcome Charles, my buddy Charles, old Chuck, on our podcast. What's going on, Charles?
I'm just sitting here with your mother.
Don't be shy, Charles. We can talk all the Batman you want. It's a very fun podcast.
Me and Diana's busy watching a movie. We can't entertain y'all's BS.
What are you watching?
A scary movie.
What's scary?
Guys.
That's not the new one or the old one?
Man.
Both. It'll be a long night out.
This guy's cool. I like it. All right,
Is it
we'll let him
past
go
your-
with it if he's too busy.
I think it's past his bedtime. He's cranky.
We got prank phone calling people.
No,
What
we're
y'all
doing.
do?
No, this is our podcast I told you about.
Call Brandon. Get him on your podcast right about now.
I don't, what? What's he
This is
going to talk?
prime picking. He's having a get together.
What do you mean he's having a get together?
They were supposed to play cornhole, so he's probably teamed up.
I thought this was going to be more exciting with you on our podcast. You usually have a lot of funny stuff to say.
We're in my underwear watching Pretty Little Liars. That's about it.
It's a good show. All right, Charles, we'll see you later.
You just fuck everything up, Charles, just like usual.
All right. Tell Rich I said hi, and I'll bring your mother back later.
Dick. That was funny, though.
Oh, Charles, what a good guy.
That's my buddy Charles right there.
I think that should stay on.
Oh, it will.
Listen, people, you never know what's going to happen on a podcast, especially not the Panhandlers Podcast 2.0. You just don't know. I guess we can wrap things up now.
Yeah, unless you got more to talk. We got everything on
I
your
wanted
list.
to do vampire versus werewolf. It's a fun thing where we name different famous people and we say, would they be a vampire or a werewolf?
This could be our ending segment every week. Or
I
every
think
other
it's
week.
fun. Problem is, I didn't write down a list to go off of. I wish I would have.
What's that say? Marie something?
Where?
Right there where it says Marie.
Movie?
Oh, movies. That doesn't look like movies.
We did movie reviews. I have bad handwriting, sorry. But yeah, Vampire or Werewolf's a fun game where you name an actor or actress or politician or anyone. You say, is this a vampire or a werewolf? Because you just don't know.
Do you have to explain why?
Yeah, that's the point.
All right.
And it's tough. It's a fun discussion. We'll start it off right now. Donald Trump.
Oh, he's a vampire for sure.
Yeah.
He's the biggest bloodsucker you'll ever meet.
I think that's a good one. Leonardo DiCaprio. I think vampire. Though sometimes he has that shaggy werewolf look. But overall, vampire.
He doesn't seem sinister enough.
You don't have to be evil to be a vampire. Sometimes you're just a vampire. That's life.
Well, that's the whole point of a vampire. You have no soul.
Well, I mean,
Donald Trump would be a vampire.
like I said, you have to watch What We Do in the Shadows.
I think
you still haven't seen it yet.
I haven't
Great
seen
film.
it yet. It'll be on DVD
That's
next
where
week.
I got this idea. Because there's vampires and werewolves in it, and they're hilarious. Great film, folks. The opposite of Get Hard. What We Do in the Shadows.
I would say Leo would be a werewolf.
All right. I mean, that's fair.
Nice. That once a month kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He just turns into like a badass
Christian Bale.
werewolf for sure.
Why you say that?
Because he's like a badass, but
You don't have to be evil to be a vampire. It's how you look. Do they look more like a vampire?
That's not.
That's what I would say.
Oh, how they look? No,
Yeah.
it's got to be their whole everything.
It's everything, including their
I'm thinking
look.
more of their attitude,
It's more of everything.
their personality.
It's everything, whoever you think. That's
Well,
what-
I still think he'd be a werewolf.
Christian Bale, a clean-cut Christian Bale and a clean-cut Leo would be vampires.
No, I disagree.
If they had that shaggy look, boom, they turn into a werewolf. They could be hybrids. But it's tough. You have one.
That was not a choice.
You have one to throw out. There is no hybrids, but they're special.
There's
You have one?
well, I saw that movie Underworld. There's a hybrid.
Kate Beckinsale. Which would she be? Vampire.
She's not on that top 100 list, was she?
Probably not, and she's gorgeous. That's tough.
Do you know who I love? Okay, I'm not saying love like I'm in love with.
Probably are.
Lily from those AT&T commercials.
Interesting. I think Josh is too.
He's
Can
married,
we get
so
Josh back on the air?
he's married, so I get dibs.
She's a comedian.
Is she comedian? I know she's on. I don't know if she's a comedian, but I know she's on funny stuff.
Yeah, she's a comedian. Or she's trying to be a comedian. Instead, she's doing phone commercials.
No, and she's on a Yahoo a comedy show.
And she would be a werewolf.
She'd be number one on my top 100 list.
That's crazy.
This week.
I like
She'll
that.
be in the top 10
Adam's
for sure.
taste changes a lot.
Nah,
and
probably.
you
I don't have that many. Probably top 5.
Okay.
I don't know who the other 4 would be.
Mila Kunis.
She's married to Ashton Kutcher. That drops down a lot.
See, you
I don't know what she was thinking.
You rank them in terms of how can I get with them, even though there's no chance.
No. Not how I can get with them. More like.
How about Scarlett Johansson? She's married and had a kid. She's still gorgeous.
Yes, but it's who she married. I don't know who she married.
Okay.
Right, just like Ashton Kutcher. Ugh.
All right, Ashton Kutcher.
You know what we should do? Just to be fair, we should rank the top 100 dudes.
Okay.
Or at least the top 5. However, they all kind of look the same to me, but I'll go with it.
I can tell you my top dudes already.
Do it.
It's simple. But you didn't answer my question, Ashton Kutcher. Is he a vampire or a werewolf? That's a tough one.
That is tough.
I think vampire.
I'd say I haven't picked vampire yet, but I would say he's a vampire.
Yeah, he has that look.
He's a little skin. He's
like, look, there's his fangs. See?
Yeah, a little lanky.
Mila Kunis also a vampire.
I know she's more like a really feminine werewolf to me.
Huh. I could see that. I really could
her
see
eyes
that,
she's got those dark eyes.
That's true.
Russian eyes.
Who can we end it? I can tell you my top guys though, real fast. Leo number 1.
I figure. Yeah.
Always love
You're
Leo.
in love with Leo.
Number 2, Ryan Gosling. Wow, that guy.
He is a beefcake.
And I don't have.
He's a manly kind of man.
That's pretty much where my list ends.
What about Liam Neeson? He's not the best looking of the men, but he's like the rugged older man.
Talking about how he looks. I mean, he's a beast. He's one of the coolest guys in the world.
Exactly. That's why I think. I do the full picture, the whole picture. Like you could be like the super sexiest woman ever.
Yeah.
But if you're just mean, then I'm gonna say fuck you. I don't give a shit what you look like.
Wow, Adam's so sweet. You hear that, ladies? He wants a girl with a kind heart. Doesn't matter what you look like.
No fatties.
You could look not that great. You could look like a heathen. Is a heathen a word? What does that mean?
Yeah, it's like a devil.
You could look like the devil, but if you have a sweet heart, Adam will date you. But don't be fat, he said. He's just...
No fat girls allowed in my
He's not,
treehouse.
he's not shallow. It just sounds like it.
I just have high standards.
Finally, me and Adam. Adam, I think, would be a werewolf.
For sure. You would be a vampire, I think.
I would die.
Why?
I'd be like, hey, I'm a vampire, I'm gonna live forever, and then like get staked in like a second. That's just my luck, guys.
No, you'd be like one of those vampires we'd see in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, not the TV show. You'd be like the Pee Wee Herman vampire.
I don't know what that means.
You never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer? The movie.
No, Sarah
What?
Michelle Gellar is my Buffy.
Well, she'll always be my Buffy too, but there was a Buffy before her.
Then no, I don't know that one.
Luke Perry.
She had like she had brown hair,
Luke
right?
Perry.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, you watch
And that
Tommy
does
Boy
it for
1,000 times, but you won't
for
watch.
the podcast, everybody. I did not watch Buffy. To recap real fast, don't watch Get Hard. And if you did, I mean, I feel bad because like we gave money to these guys that put in a really bad effort. It's just not cool. Hey, did you see The Wedding Ringer?
Nope.
They're pretty much all Kevin Hart films I find lazy, apparently.
I think it's just what he's given.
Speaking of that, Ride Along 2 comes out in January.
I never
So
saw
he
Ride
is
Along 1.
He's cranking them out, so give him credit.
This stand-up's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
No,
okay.
he's a fun. I didn't say it wasn't funny. He is funny.
I will say this before we get.
I
I don't
like
know if I
Kevin Hart.
should.
He's a nice
I don't
guy.
want to complain about it, but I cannot see that Amy Schumer movie being that great.
Nah.
Right? I'll say it right now. I don't care what all my critics say.
What about Judd Apatow films overall? They never quite finish good to me.
I'm not. The only one I like is 40-Year-Old Virgin, but the other Knocked
Even
Up
the
I didn't care
40-year-old
about.
version's like last 20 minutes is boring.
Knocked Up I didn't care about that much.
Knocked Up is okay.
I never
Funny
saw that other.
People.
I never saw Funny People. Never saw that 40 or whatever it's called.
This is 40. I saw them all.
This is 40.
And yeah, none of them are that great. But they're not,
And
they're
this
not
Amy
terrible.
Schumer, I'm not saying Amy Schumer's not funny to a lot of people. I don't find her
What
stand-up
about
that hilarious.
about Bill Hader? Can he be the good male lead? He's a funny guy, but
I
is he
don't-
good enough to be a male lead? I don't know.
I've never really seen him in anything.
You don't watch Saturday Night Live?
Saturday Night Live is not funny anymore. I don't care. It's awful.
Come on, this
It is
podcast.
awful.
This podcast is ending in a negative way. Think of something positive.
This podcast is almost as bad as SNL now.
Oh my gosh.
Only kidding.
That reminds me of Norm Macdonald's stand-up joke. Not a stand-up joke, but when he hosted Saturday Night Live in 1999, doing the monologue, it was on today on VH1, and it anything Norm Macdonald DVRs for me automatically. Anyway, in his monologue, he was fired from there, if you remember, in 1997.
I do remember.
So in his monologue, he says, I don't understand why I was asked back. I was fired 2 years ago because it said I wasn't funny enough. But now 2 years later, I'm funny enough to host? And then I was like, and I thought to myself, I haven't gotten funnier in the last 2 years. The show has just gotten that much worse. And then everyone booed him, which is how his weekend updates usually went. But I think he's a very funny guy. Norm, you're the best.
I hope I don't sound very depressing.
Anti-capitalism?
Well, I'm not negative, like a negative Nelly or anything.
You were negative in the last couple of minutes. I'm saying. That's
I didn't mean to be. And I wasn't trying to badmouth like Amy Schumer or anybody.
Yeah.
But
what about the?
I don't find that movie does not look that great. You know what gets me? I think I know the problem, Pete. I think I know the problem.
All right.
People telling me that I'm supposed to find it funny or find anything funny or find it great.
Yeah, I get that.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah,
What's so different?
Fresh on Rotten
What's so
Tomatoes
different
right now.
about her, or not just her? Other people, like they were saying that about Kevin Hart too. Kevin Hart's like, what's so special about them compared to? It's not because like her. It's not because she's a woman. I find some women really funny.
But when we come back, we'll do more Vampire Werewolf. Tony will definitely be back. Josh might be in studio. We just don't know. Oh, Ant-Man. We'll talk about a review of that.
I will go see that this week.
Yeah, we'll talk about a review of that by the time we come back, I'm sure. It looks good.
Well, by the time we come back in December, I'm sure everybody will see Ant-Man.
Hey-o. We will be back December 2019. It's going to be sweet. No, let's make it 2018.
Yeah, every 3 years.
That's what I said. I had something on I was about to say, but I forgot. Oh, well. Guess we'll just end it right there.
The Panhandlers
Podcast 2.0. Thanks for listening, Hannah.